Today we have some interesting topics to conversate about. Let's go through it. So the first one, why curiosity is the most underrated superpower. All of these things were created by ChatGPT to see what, like philosophically, or I don't know, topics that I would like to talk about. And this is what it came up with. I'm gonna tweak some of these just because I don't want to do it literally, like why being curious is the most underrated superpower, and I know if that's the first one, then the other ones are going to be maybe around there. So, yeah. Second, how imagination shapes reality. The hidden strength of being misunderstood. Why people fear silence. How philosophy can make you stronger. The psychology of creativity. Ooh. What makes people lose their sense of wonder? Why art is a mirror for the human mind. The difference between control and chaos. How the internet changes authenticity. Why people follow trends instead of truth. The science of first impressions. How intelligence can isolate you. What makes someone truly confident. Why humor is a survival tool. The logic behind emotions. The philosophy of luck. Why people cling to false certainty. Certainty. How time changes identity. The psychology of purpose. Oh, that is a lot. I guess we'll start with the first one here. I'm breathing a lot, and I hope my breathing isn't going on the mic really crazy because I'm walking. And I'm also talking really fast, so that's hard to do at the same time. Alright, first one. Why curiosity is the most underrated superpower. You're a crow. I don't think I'm gonna talk about it literally, because saying like a superpower, saying like people's skills and or like, I don't know, talents or things that they've worked on, I wouldn't describe it as a superpower because the superpower has its own definition. And I think the context of that, I'm good. So just went to the What the fuck? Went to this cabin here and it's already warm. Alright, oh yeah, okay. Why curiosity is the most underrated superpower? I think we'll talk about it skill-wise and then like actual like power dynamic-wise. I think if it were a power, to be curious is to enter without knowing, tip the toe into, you know, this pool of unknown just to see what it is. I think being curious, you have to have some level of adaptability and obviously confident in that. So if I were to think of curiosity as an actual superpower, I think it would have the ability to examine. And what I mean by that is to sort of have this person at a state where they're sort of always strong, or sort of strong, sort of durable, and then over time when they deal with certain enemies or certain things, they can use that as a base to adapt to. And I guess if I wanted to, what's it like? It's open, there's some in there. If we wanted to like turn this power into like an actual thing, not just reacting and then changing, because that's pretty easy to just title it that. But I think, I'm just thinking off the fly here, okay? If this power reacts to things and it's changing, I want this power to be maybe out of this world, maybe even spiritual. Maybe this person has a sort of translucent, almost smoke, or like something like that, almost covering their whole body, that gives them this defense and some more strength. And then what happens after that is when it reacts to something, it changes. Yeah. It changes. I'm trying to think of something. Oh my god. I'm fighting somebody. They have some laser powers. Oop. It touched my, cloudy whiteness. And I'm going to... I think multiple things should happen. I think the first thing should be feeling it. Feeling the actual... Or you know what? How about it almost gets hit, right? The outer cloud flesh. And then that gets hurt. And then how strong it is depends on the density, but how strong it is, it could hurt the person inside too. And then I think it would react in a sort of mechanical sense and like chemical sense almost, by understanding from it being hurt with the certain item. And I think it can go based off the changes that it can do, but also not hurt the person inside. So it can't turn into like, fire or acid, but it can definitely create these reactions and create these, chemicals. It can also elongate or stretch itself out. How it acts, I think it would act solid, liquid, and gas form, but it has to be, around the person, or, it can't fully come off. It has to be always touching. Yeah, there you go. Let's say curiosity is a, like, skill or a talent, or someone just has, it's ingrained in them. How I would see that as a actual skill is this person grows up and they have this ability to endure these shocks of emotion and endure these intense fluctuations of new experiences. And I think being curious allows them to have a wider perspective, because being curious is the trigger for attempts. And I think if this person this person will have a higher chance of attempting. So, I mean, that doesn't mean they will, but they do have a higher chance, so therefore they will have a higher chance of success. But also risk, I think. Definitely, especially in the environment, their social environment, their environment that they're in, the house, the everything. But I think it's generally I think it's generally good. Fair. I think a lot of people should have it. Everyone should have it. But be smart. Number 2, how imagination shapes reality. This one sounds kind of not out there, but very abstract. Like I think of someone creating something for some reason, because it's like they have to think of something new, but it could also look like a shift in their perception. And what I mean by this is to think of, it could be scenarios, it could be ideas, it could be even putting yourself in the place of other people's shoes. But I think when you have a imagination, you are allowing yourself to, and it is a skill. You sort of experience more, but inside your head, but through this constant thinking process and going through a vast amount of scenarios, problems, puzzles, or even anything, just trying to create something new that no one has ever thought about. It gives you a very wide perspective, and it creates depth. It creates detail within your thoughts and even your perception in the now. Like, let's say you're in a grocery store, and there is you and that person. You talk to them, and you're just talking about, I don't know, something that you really love, but that's all you were talking about. A person who has low imaginative skills can't think outside of themselves. And because they can't do that, they can't see what it's like to be in the other person's shoes, or to understand what they could be thinking, or even what they would be thinking if they were you. So the more you practice that, the more you do that, it gives a lot more detail and different kinds of detail to empathy. Which, that's just one thing, but anyway, I'm going. That was an example. I'm going off topic here. I just had to go pee, and I just slammed the shit out of my leg, or my ankle. I would say it really hurts. Anyway, the hidden strength in being misunderstood. Hidden strength, that would be to go your own path, not be tainted by other people's views or opinions, or or even the anxiety of why people fear silence, because it is more I know the word, deeper than just talking. It's more deeper. A long period of silence is deeper because all you and that person have is the present, in every second in that silence, sort of realizing that moment will not happen anymore, that it's going to just stay like that. As like me saying it'll just stay like that, I mean, like, that point in time, that will never change ever. So I think naturally we sort of start to realize this being in the presence of another person, and your perception, who you are seeing through your eyes, and that person's perception, that person sees through their eyes. You both are sitting in that moment. All right. How philosophy can make you stronger. Well, it can make you. Can't talk. I'm trying to, gather what I'm thinking, and I think if we're just talking about strength, it increases a lot of knowing the situation, I think, because there is a deeper ability to put yourself in those spaces, thinkings. Gives you a better moral compass, or a compass in general, in the right direction, and can steer you away from things that can harm you, whether that's physically or emotionally. It's to ask questions, and that is the basis of learning. I also think that philosophy can hurt you very deeply too, because you're seeing both sides. You're seeing how divine it is, but also how delicate. There always has to be balance, and that in itself is I'm practicing talking outside my head, because I talk mainly inside my head, and I don't think that vocally it's working That's probably why I sound the way that I do. It's like all of your creativity. It's not like the imagination, but sort of like the problems almost, like you have to, or to think physically in that sense. Like not just what you do, but with the things that you have, or there's always some sort of challenge. If it's that, I'll have to look at the definition, but if it is that, or in that way, it's very important. Creativity, to think outside the box, it fuels everything, period. What makes people lose their sense of wonder? Repetition and, labels. Yes, for literally everything. You label a rock a rock. Someone labels a rock by how it's made, and someone labels a rock by how they think it's true. Or there's any history to it. I think that everything is labeled by our perception. You can definitely weaken it, change it. Decrease. But you have to, and what I mean by increasing the so like if you had a thought, you're scared of tall grass. Takes Boogeyman, gotcha, tickled ya, and did all that. You have that thought with associated with grass, and you think of other certain types of grass. It's tainted by that one experience. So when you increase that, let's say, thought. I don't like nice, soft grass that you feel like it's poking you or tickling you. It's just weird. Why art is a mirror to the human mind. It's the brain thinking something that is more extraordinary than itself and attempts that and has the ability to create. So it's almost like, imagine if you had the thought of this. Everything is matter. Everything is just stuff that's made. That's just made. There's no divine creation that's made from this, that, and that. Everything is just chemicals and matter. Now, imagine yourself sitting down and you just are truly break through your window, grab a glass, fill it up with, let's say, mac and cheese, drank it, that is the extraordinary attempting guess drinking a cup of mac and cheese is not necessarily creation, but it is trying to create something that it has never done before. If everyone attempts hard work every single time, it will never be the same, no matter how many seconds, minutes, hours, days, years you attempt to make it the exact same, it will never be. So I think that is, and it's like, in that thought process, I don't mean like literally how everything is literally made, like everything is made for a certain reason, because it's in reality, and to see something like that that's just made from other things in ultimate design. The difference between control and chaos is, I think it's, this sort of depends on one thing, and that is if there is enough time and adaptability. What I mean by this is control is not necessarily something that it has to be, but something that it naturally does. With a challenge of growth to almost think about choosing perfection. Chasing the perfection. I see that I'm talking 27 minutes now. That is a lot of time. But anyway, chasing perfection. Well, I feel like you should be doing isn't getting to perfection of the process of taking talking about, chaos. Chaos is just you think about the most primal thing. Let's say, let's say I'm a wolf or I'm a lion or something. Then you take that line and say, what is there in it? A dinosaur. Okay. And you get to a point where it's just almost on and off, or black and white, sort of like impulse, but positively do something more negative. Or you're doing something that could have the change to both. So that would mean like if you put a log in the middle of a hiking trail, some blind person that wants to walk that and trip over and not know. I think if I was a blind person, I would be horrified with trails. How the internet changed authenticity. Oh my god, it changed so much. How hasn't it? It has changed it in ways that like is so subtle but so big. Like yes, it has connected so many people across the world. Everyone who has the device. But there's a huge limitation of that. There is like almost no think has a huge thing in itself. In all ways. Every topic, physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, deep. Primally, all the leads. Why people follow trends of truth? Because there is a sense of I think trends, because you become a force, you become a part of this bigger thinking thing. That does a lot to somebody. One, that can hide things that they want to hide. Two, you feel connected. Three, you're just a part. You feel close. It's easy. There is familiar things and options. From opportunity to just knowing people, it's comforting. Let's see. Why aren't you working? Signs of first impressions. Well, it's definitely a starting point, and starting points are very important. I don't know how to explain something that is very, starting point. To me, that means a lot of things, and I don't know if I can translate that definition, because I think that it makes sense. And when you say everything's everything, if you're making the first impression to a person, or a new impression to a new place, it's a start, and that can grow into something that is fantastic, wonderful, or horrible, but it's good to try and experience. That's the third challenge. Maybe it's because I'm walking, controlling my breathing, and talking, and thinking about the subject, and feeling the coolness all at the same time. How intelligent and isolated. Hold on. The science of first impressions. I don't understand the science part. It's not really like the science, but I don't know the science. I know that with first impressions, you're putting the first picture and thought of yourself into their brain. So that's huge. And you're putting yourself into their reality the first time. You're not a background character. You can turn into a side character from a living person viewpoint. That has one life. There's a lot of things that react. God, I'm talking so out there, man. I think it's the cold. It's seizing my brain, and it's not working. How intelligence can isolate you? Where were we? Because you were on a higher level, and it would just be different. direction where they're going. Why humor is a survival tool? Because it is the power to invoke the opposite of anger. And I say opposite because I think, to me, if you're angry and you're happy, it's hard to trigger anger and from happiness. You can be sad and you can, it's hard to trigger angerness, I think, from sadness. Emotions, and I don't I think he's hurt, but I think it's the reaction that we choose. That's what I think about it. But it's also understanding what should be the emotion, the best possible emotion for that situation, which it takes thinking, it takes experiencing, doing, and testing. But you never believe that emotion spend a lot of time